At the time when terrible news are coming from Indonesia, Boeing 737 jetliner with 62 passengers crashed into the sea after taking off from Jakarta. Are you actually aware about the top 5 aircraft accidents in the human history? On March 3, 1974, Turkish Airlines Flight 981, a McDonnell Douglas DC-10, crashed in a forest northeast of Paris, France. The London-bound plane crashed shortly after taking off from Orly Airport. All 346 people on board died. It was later determined that the cargo door detached, which caused an explosive decompression. It is currently the deadliest single aircraft crash with no survivors. On November 12, 1996, the Turkey-Dadri mid-air collision took place between Saudi Flight 763 and Kazakhstan Airlines Flight 1907 over Turkey-Dadri, India. The collision was mainly the result of the Kazakh pilot flying lower than the assigned clearance altitude. All 349 passengers and crew on board the two aircraft died. It remains the world's deadliest mid-air collision. The civil aviation authorities in India made it mandatory for all aircraft flying in and out of India to be equipped with a traffic collision avoidance system, TCAS, setting a worldwide precedent for mandatory use of TCAS. The crash of Japan Airlines Flight 123 on August 12, 1985 is the single aircraft disaster with the highest number of fatalities. 520 people died on board of a Boeing 747. The aircraft suffered an explosive decompression from an incorrectly repaired aft pressure bulkhead, which failed in mid-flight, destroying most of its vertical stabilizer and severing all of the hydraulic lines, making the 747 virtually uncontrollable. Medical providers involved in rescue and analysis operations determined that several passengers likely survived the impact and probably would have survived the incident had rescue operations not been delayed. 4 passengers survived the incident. The Tenerife Airport disaster, which occurred on March 27, 1977, remains the accident with the highest number of airline passenger fatalities. 583 people died when a KLM Boeing 747 attempted to take off without flight clearance and collided with a taxiing Pan Am 747 and Los Roros Airport on the Canary island of Tenerife, Spain. All 234 passengers and 14 crew of the KLM aircraft died, and only 61 of the 396 passengers and crew of the Pan Am aircraft survived. Pilot error was the primary cause, as the KLM captain began his takeoff run without obtaining air traffic control clearance. Other contributing factors were a terrorist incident at Gran Canaria Airport that had caused many flights to be diverted to Los Rodeos, a small airport not well equipped to handle aircraft of such size, and dense fog. The deadliest aviation-related disaster of any kind, considering fatalities on both the aircraft and the ground, was the destruction of the World Trade Center in New York City and damaging the Pentagon on September 11, 2001. On that morning, 4 commercial aircraft traveling on transcontinental flights from East Coast airports to California were hijacked after takeoff. The 4 hijacked aircraft were subsequently crushed in 4 separate suicide attacks against major American landmarks by 19 Muslim terrorists affiliated with Al-Qaeda. This brought the total number of casualties of the September 11th attacks to 2,996, including the 19 terrorist hijackers. And now just like and subscribe, and maybe share your thoughts, to get an access to all of the actual knowledge of this world.